Good evening. Welcome to the John Gaunt Show. Should we declare a national emergency? Has Starmer sold out the UK this afternoon to Macron, France, and the EU? And how the hell are we going to solve the migrant crisis, the small boats crisis? Because as sure as eggs is eggs, Starmer's plan today is about as much use as a chocolate fireguard. So I'm asking you, should the UK declare a national emergency and send the troops now to the beaches of Dover to stop the migrant boats? Also, should we leave the ECHR and take back control completely of our borders? Your voice matters. Don't hold back. Start writing your comments and I'll come to them in a couple of moments. As somebody else has just said, how can somebody like Macron, a foreign leader, waltz into Britain, give a load of bullshit to the king, and then mug Starmer off? Did we really wait all day for that ridiculous press conference where they announced nothing? This is John Gaunt. We're talking the UK immigration crisis. You could call it a migrant crisis, and it is now. We're talking Starmer, Macron, and of course Nigel Farage, who wound me up first thing this morning when he's out in the channel. And as Starmer's declaring he's got the answer, they're still coming. There was one boat with 80 illegal immigrants on it. Our border control, why are they called border control? They're the border taxi service. They picked them up just as they got into British water, put them on their boat and brought them to Dover. One in, one out. It's a joke. It's really 17 in and one out. It's not going to make a blind bit of difference. And you know what? Starmer, Keir Starmer, the British government and Emmanuel Macron know that. They are mugging you and me off. I'm going to go so far as to say that Keir Starmer has signed a surrender deal. Oh, good evening, by the way. As you can tell, I'm a little bit wound up tonight. It's a surrender deal with France and President Macron. If you're liking what I'm saying, please repost the stream. Let other people get on board. This one in, one out migrant deal will do nothing to stop illegal crossings of the channel by small boats. It's a bit like Monty Python, isn't it? Was it Monty Python? Oh, no, not the feather dusters. Oh, no, not the soft cushions. It's nonsense, Starmer. And if you don't know it's nonsense, you're even less suited to be the Prime Minister than I thought you was. The UK is now definitely, officially, in a border crisis. We definitely don't need weak deals like this. What we need to do instead is what Nigel Farage from Reform UK has been saying, and I've been saying it as well. We need to declare a national emergency. That means we could close our borders and take serious, drastic action. As Nigel Farage, leader of Reform UK, has said, we could put the troops on the beaches of Dover. We could put the Navy in the Channel and stop immediately the migrant taxi service. Are you with me or against me? Please leave a comment. Yes, we have to leave the ECHR, but I'm saying enough is enough. We need tough deterrents, like the Rwanda plan, which the Tories had, and of course, which on day one, Starmer got rid of. The same day that he gave the greedy doctors a 28% pay rise or whatever it was, which I think they probably deserved, but he didn't get a deal that they couldn't come back for more. So like Oliver, in Oliver Twist, please, sir, can I have more? No, you can't. Let's get tough on the doctors as well. But we've got to end the UK's image as a kind of migrant El Dorado, where the pavements are paved in gold. You get put up in a 4-star hotel with squeezy soap. You get all your meals, new clothes, even a wig, driving lessons, a mobile phone. We've got to get tough. Close the migrant hotels tomorrow. speed up deportations, and we've got to leave the European Court of Human Rights immediately. We've got to act like we thought we were going to be when we had Brexit, a sovereign nation. Do you agree with me? So it's Farage, it's Reform UK, it's Starmer, Macron, and the EU, because underneath all this, have you noticed what's going on? They are trying to persuade us it would be a good idea to be back in the EU. That's what Starmer's after. It's definitely what Macron is after. He can hardly hide it. And is France really our friend, or are they our foe, as they have often been in history, even though we bail them out twice? I think they're acting like the enemy. They don't want to solve this problem. They'll just keep waving them on and sending them to Britain. We, the UK, are in an immigration crisis. It's a migrant crisis, illegal immigration. The Channel migrant crossings have gone beyond a joke. As Starmer was preparing this press conference today, more of them were coming in rubber dinghies, sticking two fingers up to Starmer and indeed to every tax-paying Briton. Keir Starmer hasn't got a clue about immigration. The UK visit by Macron has been a disgrace. How many millions have we spent on that? And that's on top of the 800 million we've given France to stop the boats. They've done sod all. We should have sent lollipop men and women. They'd have had more chance of stopping them. But we've gone too far now. Let's get our troops on the beaches of Dover. I'm almost going to say let's invade France and have them on the beaches of Calais and Dunkirk, which isn't such a stupid idea. That's what happens if you go on Eurostar, doesn't it? But we can't have this position where the French just wave them on. And we certainly shouldn't have a position where Emmanuel Macron can come on a visit to the UK and tell us what to do. This is UK politics 2025. This is a UK national emergency. We have to stop the boats. We have to smash the gangs. Labour's immigration policy is non-existent. Just like UK border control, non-existent. GB News went out today on a boat with Nigel Farage and saw them getting off the rubber dinghies and getting onto a border control boat. The rubber dinghies don't even come to the UK anymore because they know they're going to get picked up. They are taking the Michael. We need a UK migrant deal, a proper one. We've had a Brexit betrayal. Now we're getting a political betrayal on the UK migrant invasion by Keir Starmer. He's not fit to be Prime Minister of our great country. We need emergency powers in the UK now. We need to sort out the migrant crisis in the UK. Are you with me or against me? The time for talking, the time for treaties, it's all over. What we need now is tough action. I believe the people of this country are demanding that. Maybe I've got it wrong. You tell me. I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to go to your comments. It's up to you and what you want to say. If you disagree with me, you'll get on as well. Let's have your view. Nice to see we've had 8 likes in my opening monologue. Thank you for that. But it's a national emergency. Farage from Reform UK has been asking for it. I say now, yes, we need to declare a national emergency. I say Keir Starmer's a joke, but it's a tragic joke now. He knew he had nothing to declare. He was going on about nuclear power at one point and nuclear missiles. He had to come up with other things that they must have been discussing. They've discussed sweet FA. They've certainly achieved sweet FA when it comes to illegal migration. He should hang his head in shame. And who is this cocksure Macron? Huh? Who does he think he is, the jumped up little midget with his wife who punched him on a plane? What credibility has he got? Why are we listening to him? Why did he get a royal visit? He didn't need it. He doesn't deserve it. Please start talking to me, otherwise I'm going to blow up in a minute. Jolly Ollie has reposted the stream. Well done, Jolly, on Twitter or X. Seasider Mark says, the French will. The French will what, mate? I haven't said what. Let's do it, says Archie Shearer. I presume you mean emergency measures. You need something in the UK that is compatible to ICE, which is what they've got in America. Yes, I agree with you, Dale. How is it over in the States? Nice to have you on board tonight on Facebook. Susan Paris. Yes, John, 100%. Also, tonight, I've seen a few names here I haven't seen before. So if you're a first-time watcher or listener, put it in your comment. Just put first or one, and then I'll know, and I'll come to you before anybody else. If you like what I'm doing, please press that little $ and send me a few quid to keep these things going. I might be able to get some air conditioning then. I'm joking. And also have a look at www.buymeacoffee.com/John Gaunt and donate anything from a £5 upwards. But most importantly, smash that like button and the bell so you'll get told every time I'm going live. Denise Deacon, she's a regular. She says, I wonder every day, can Starmer and the Labour government be any more useless? Every day she wonders this. And the answer is, she puts in capital, yes, every day. You're so right, Denise. I thought he was maybe going to pull something out of the hat today. I thought he was going to come up with some wonderful idea. Let me just tell you clearly what he said in case you missed it. 1 in, 1 out, but it's actually 17 in because of the numbers. But even if it was 1 in, 1 out, that wouldn't change the numbers, would it? And it's going to be limited to a maximum of 50 a week. I really don't want to be rude, Keir Starmer, but we're letting in on a bad day 800 to 1,000. The average is about 400 or 500 a day if the weather's good. And you want to send 50 back a week? A week? Let's even do it like this. Even if it was 100 a day, that's 700, isn't it? Yeah? He's going to send back 50, but we get 50 back. Ones who they've assessed can stay because they've already got family in this country. That is sticking 2 fingers up to your own policy, Starmer. Do you not understand? The British public want none. They want none. They want 1 out. That's you. They want you out immediately because you're useless. But they also want the 50,000 or 44,000, should I say, let's be accurate, who are already here since you came to power. You failed, Starmer. You're a miserable failure. I just watched the BBC 6 o'clock news to see how they'd addressed it. And they've addressed it as, we'll have to wait and see. No, we won't. Just do the pure math. If you're only sending 50 back a week, but 500, 1,000, maybe even 2,000 a week are coming, you're not going to reduce the numbers. And it's 1 out, 1 in. As I say, the math is really 1 out, 17 in. And we don't know who they are. I'm going to give you a scenario. What if there was a terrorist atrocity? Just for a minute, like on 7/7, and it turned out, I'm not saying it would be, and I would definitely don't want this to happen, and it turned out it was people who'd arrived on the boats. Don't tell me I'm scaremongering, because the Iranians who came to bomb the Israeli embassy, they came on the boats, or one of them came on the boats. So it could happen. It could happen. What would Starmer say then? But more importantly, what would the British public say, and what would the British public do? There aren't enough jails, Starmer, to do a Southport on us this time. Please declare a state of emergency. Secure our beaches. Secure the channel. And stop the small boats invasion, you middle-class tosspot. Sorry. Seasider Mark says the French will keep waving the small boats over until Britain is on its knees. Well, they're already, my friend. And Brexit is reversed. So you agree with me? This is about Brexit. I'm sure it is. It's starting now behind the scenes. Macron is laughing, taking a state visit and the money too. Yeah, don't forget, he's taken £800 million of your money and he's done sod all with it. Nothing. Did you see all the French police? Oh, sorry, they've stabbed one boat. They sunk one boat, but they only did that when Macron was on his way over here. They haven't done it since. They are not our friend. I'm sorry. Call me a little Englander. Call me gammon. Call me a fascist if you want. But we're no friends of the French, or the French certainly are no friends of ours at the moment. Macron, off. It's just words. They're never going to send anyone back, says Pete Mills, because the lawyers will find a way to make them stay. Very good point, Pete. They won't get this through the rest of the EU, let alone the lawyers. Starmer doesn't care. Like I said to you yesterday, he's a traitor, John, because once he's out, he will leave this land. Yes, he will. He'll end up in NATO or the UN or the EU. Yes, I agree with you, Pete. Maybe he's going to start selling outboard motors. Laugh out loud. You're sounding great tonight, John. Keep it up. I'll tell you one thing. It's bloody hard to work at this pace in this heat. But thank you for your comments, Pete. Please tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget, they're still coming in by cars and Arctics. I think that's meant to be. Although it says Attics, says Archie Shearer. Yeah, they are. They're not just coming in by boats. You're absolutely correct. But there's no way of knowing who's here. They don't check if the overstayers go back, the students. They don't care. And it's not just Labour. It's successive governments have done this, including Boris Johnson, who just waved them all in. It goes all the way back to Blair. Listen, well-controlled, managed immigration, brilliant. It's made the country better, but it can't be a free-for-all. Dale says the UK needs to put some boats and ships out there in the channel between England and France. France has never been anyone's friend, says Dale, our American listener. Thank you very much indeed for that. Let's take some more. Evening, John, says Chopper MK50. I'd build a seawall from Dungeness to Dover. Ruin the coast, though, wouldn't it? It's only 20 miles. Make it impossible to land. They'd have to go into the port at Dover. We have a ferry. 3 runs a day. We could take them straight back. You're missing something there, Chopper. They don't even have to land here anymore. We pick them up. Our boats go and pick them up in the channel in case they drown, which I don't want them drowning in the channel. But today, 80 of them got off this rubber dinghy. If you got to watch GB. I'm not working for them or anything, but I'm telling you, 80 got off it and got onto a border ship to come the last 12 miles into Britain. They're not coming into Dover. They're not landing on the beaches anymore. All they've got to do is get on the boat. Doesn't even have to have the engine working properly because they'll get picked up. Farage showed it this morning. Farage humiliated, and these illegal migrants, they humiliated Starmer. And then Starmer in his press conference today, he started calling them irregular immigrants. They're not irregular. They're fucking illegal. Why can't you get it in your thick middle-class head? David Percy says, Farage thrives on division and keeping this going. It's all he has. He's a one-trick pony. Well, a lot of people say that, David, on Facebook. But have you not got any criticism of Starmer? Farage can't keep it going on his own. He's not buying the boats and letting the illegals get in it, is he? He's not the one giving the green light. You might not agree with him politically totally, but don't you have to agree with him? We can't just keep letting people come in illegally. It's your opinion, and you're entitled to it, David. Thank you for joining us. Lisa Carvel, she's a regular. I'm beginning to think that this is by some form of agreement that we're not aware of yet. Oh, conspiracy. But I think I might agree with you. I might agree with you, Lisa. It's as if those EU superlords had said, the British public, I spit on the British public. We're going to just have the EU whether they wanted it or not. He went on and on today about European cooperation. Stick that up your you-know-where. If there's enough room after all the other things. Starmer, that's my opinion. We don't want to be in the EU. We voted out. Claire Derbyshire, Facebook. We want all illegal immigrants detained and deported and all benefits stopped to all foreigners. And get deporting all Muslims too. You see, well, I was with you, Claire, to the last bit. We don't need to deport all Muslims, and we don't need to fall into that trap. That's what Starmer wants you to do. Because then he can say you're far right and you're a white supremacist and you're terrible and there's more of a threat from you than there is from the Ali Snap Bar Brigade. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not telling you off. I'm just saying don't do it. It's the illegals we want out. And I don't care what bloody religion they are. I want them out. But I do worry about terrorists getting in. I do. Anybody else? Right, you will have the enemy amongst you, says Dale. They're already here, Dale. See, we've already had idiots shooting at ICE. She's talking about the States. Is it Dale? Are you a man or a woman? Because the pictures of a woman, maybe it's your missus. I don't know. Our lawmakers are spewing hate speech to ICE, comparing Trump to Hitler. I know it's ludicrous. We're tired of working and giving these free handouts to these damn people. Thank you very much indeed for the American perspective. I must just tell you that, by the way. Going to start having guests next week, not in the main show, but I'm going to be doing interviews. I've already got quite a few people lined up, but we're going to get Mickey on from Brooklyn. Do you remember him? I want him to tell me how's Trump going down in the States. He'll be shooting from the lip next week. I've also got some other great people coming on to give me their views on the world. Just interesting conversations, not necessarily always political, but that's how I'm expanding the podcasts out or the broadcasts out from next week. Carl Eves, you are a superhero. He's a regular watcher, listener, and he's just sent me a super sticker here on YouTube. He's just clicked that little dollar sign and he's donated $4.99. It's probably a $5. They knock it down to that if you've done it on Apple. You don't need to worry about it. But thank you very much indeed, Carl. And he's made a comment as well. Let's see what he's got to say. This is absolutely unbelievable, people. I can't believe how out of touch these cretins are. That's a great word, isn't it? I want zilch coming in. They're not wanted, they're not welcomed, and they're not liked. I had this, and previous politicians have... I hate what this and previous politicians have done. Well done for mentioning the fact it's not just one set of people, one set of politicians. It's the whole political class. Maybe they need their cleaners, their sandwich makers, people to clean their cars and clean their houses, and this is how they get their cheap labour. I want a state... Who's going to agree with me on this? A state of emergency, which would mean we shut our borders. We put the troops on the beach at Dover, or even in Calais. We put the Navy in the Channel. Anyone, like today, they picked up... This is the thing I couldn't understand. I was watching it on GB News this morning. Don't know if you saw it. The boat... The border security boat picks up the guys who are in the rubber dinghy. They all get out of it and get on the border force boat. This is about 12 miles out in the Channel, just out of French waters. They've been escorted there by a French ship. None of this I'm making up. I watched it with Mark White and Nigel Farage on GB News today. So these illegal migrants, right, they get escorted out by the French. Then our people pick them up. They all get off the dinghy and get on the border boat. Couldn't the border boat done, once we got them all on, all right, all safe, right? The louder you scream, the faster we go. U-turn, straight back to France. Straight back to the bloody beach. Land, off you go. That would be the deterrent. But we haven't got a deterrent. See, I don't think Keir Starmer believes in deterrence. Keir Starmer, he's so soft. He's such a wimp. He's not a leader. That's how we get rid of it. Maggie Young, we're at war. We need help. America, Australia, help us. We are drowning. Well, Australia could give us tips on how to take them straight back. That's what they did, isn't it? ChatGPT, I think that must be his stage name. He says at this rate, it'll take 159 years to just arrest, brackets, not deport them. He's working on the numbers. Pointing to an estimated illegal migrant population in London of 585,000. That's a great point, chat. Did you actually go on to ChatGPT to work that out? I love that kind of stuff. Thank you very much indeed. One in, one out. It's never going to work. Pete Mills says, how many Brits would volunteer their free time to patrol the French beaches to stop the boats leaving the coast? I bet loads of them would volunteer also to get a Stanley knife out and slash the dinghies. Bet there'd be a long list of people, John, giving their free time to stop this flood. You've made a very good point there. Thank you very much indeed. Got to say thank you to Jay, who has reposted the stream on X. That's brilliant of you. Thank you very, very much indeed. Everyone's getting behind the show. I'd just love to see it. Don't forget that one of the biggest things you can do is you can tell other people about the show. Tell them where to find it, and we go from there. It's Soros behind this. Sorry about this, but they don't understand Southern English, and I'm a Southerner. Tell them to get out. You don't need them. Go back to their own country and make it better, because ours was better until you lot showed up. And by the way, Dale tells me he is a woman. Thank you very much indeed. Pete Mills, I've already just done you, so I'll leave that one there for the minute. So let's have some more comments. Let's have some more views. Let's have some more opinions. I say we have to leave the European Court of Human Rights immediately. I say we should be declaring a state of national emergency. Do you remember Boris did that during COVID, stood there and said, I must tell you as the Prime Minister not to go out. That's the sort of thing we need. Starmer, though, has got the backbone of an amoeba. He's got the spine of a blancmange. And somehow he's in power. I don't think he can last much longer. Can you stomach much more of this? Do you want to be pushed about by the French? And I don't want to sound racist, but didn't we save their arses twice? Wouldn't they be now goose-stepping up the streets of Paris and around the Eiffel Tower if it wasn't for our lads who liberated them? It's a cheap jibe, I know, but they should learn respect. And why did he speak in French today? He can speak fluent English. And did you see that dickhead, Peter, what's his name? Peston, Robert Peston, the ITV guy. He asked the question in French as well as in English. What an absolute twat. We're being invaded, and he thinks I'll play the clever one. I bet that went down lovely when you were at Oxford in the Oxford Union. You are an idiot. An idiot. Lisa Carvel says Starmer will never leave the ECHR. Him and his cronies probably helped to write it. Well, they certainly worked for it. You're right. He thinks because he has a large majority that his voters voted for a return to the EU. Well, I should think a significant amount did. Although, of course, that was never in Labour's manifesto. Got to be careful there, though, because nor was most of the other stuff that he went on to do. France won't stop him because they don't want him either. Although I hate the boats, etc., the aftermaths need looking at because very few are deported and most are given leave to remain. You're very, very true, Lisa. Very true what you're saying. Okay, do you want to help support me? If you do, please go to www.buymeacoffee.com/John Gaunt. When you do that, you can either buy me a coffee or a beer, and you can start off with a contribution of £5. Most people do 15, they do 3, but you don't have to. Any little bit will help. Alternatively, why don't you fund me now through YouTube by just pressing that little $sign, donate £1, £2, £5, £10. I don't think we've had £100 on YouTube. That would be nice to see, but whatever you fancy. Because I don't get paid for doing this. I'm doing it all off my own back. But please keep telling your friends. The more people we get watching, the algorithm will love it. Let me just finish off by saying, do you agree with me? Today's press conference was a surrender deal. We've surrendered to Macron and to France and indeed to the EU. He came over here to stitch us up, as one of my watchers, viewers, listeners said earlier to the John Gaunt show. He came over here to mug us off, and he's done it. And this migrant deal will do nothing to stop the illegal crossings of the channel by small boats. We are definitely in a border crisis. We don't need weak deals like this. I mean, this is just pathetic. We need to declare a national emergency, close our borders, and take real, serious action. As Nigel Farage, leader of Reform UK, demands, put the troops on the beaches of Dover, get the Navy in the sea, all 7 ships, and stop the migrant taxi service. Why are they not listening to the people of Britain? Well, I'll tell you, if you ever want to know why, just go on X. You'll see the idiots who they think are the people of Britain. The uber liberals. I had one guy in there yesterday or today saying, oh, London's not that bad. Birmingham's worse than London. Well, technically, he's correct. And then a guy last night gets killed for his watch in the centre of London, outside a casino, at 9 o'clock at night. Sadiq Khan has turned London into Bandit City. Starmer's trying to shut up. No, stop it, John. We need tough deterrents. We need the Rwanda plan or something like it back. Do you agree with me? We've got a migrant El Dorado. We must close the migrant hotels. £8 million a day. We must speed up the deportations, and we've got to leave now the European Court of Human Rights. Do you agree with me? Maybe you don't think we've got a UK immigration crisis. Maybe you think Farage is not the man to sort it out. Maybe you don't like Reform UK. Maybe you back Keir Starmer and Labour. But what do you make of Macron? What do you make of the EU? What do you make of me, John Gaunt? Do you have your say? This is the state of UK politics today, ladies and gents. And I don't know about you. It depresses the hell out of me. Dale says, do you take dollars? Yes, on YouTube you can pay in any currency, I believe. And I think it's the same on Buy Me a Coffee, Dale. Just go on and you'll see it'll allow you to do it. I often wonder what Winston and Maggie would think if they were alive today, says Denise Deacon on YouTube. We'll fight them on the beaches. No, we'll help them on the beaches now, isn't it? We'd put the bloody suntan lotion on for them, Denise. It's just ridiculous. Linda Ralph, it'd sell his granny to anyone who was interested. It's interesting you say that. I know somebody who knows him. He works in that kind of field of human rights and stuff. And he said he's a right bastard. If the way he took control of the Labour Party, that he's cunning, he's devious, and that he would sell his own granny to get on. This is Starmer. Well, why can't it be that tough in power? Why couldn't it be him stitching up Macron? But that's not what happened. Macron came here and won. The man who got punched on the plane by his missus, right? Well, she's a big woman. She punched him. He beat up not just Keir Starmer, but the whole Labour government and the rest of us. He mugged us off. That's no deal today. If he'd come out today and said, and we're going to deport 600 a week, I'd have probably gone, come on then, give him the benefit of the doubt. And we also said that, that's the thing he said, we're going to get tough on illegal work. You're only getting tough on illegal work because we've shown you it. I've been banging on about the people on the bikes for months. GB News has been going on about it. They've infiltrated them. Patrick Christie's, God love him, right? He went to Calais and showed how easy it is to get on a boat. Why can't you do that? You've got MI5, MI6, you've got MFI. I don't know what you got. DFS. Why don't they do something? But at the moment, they all do SFA. Sweet FA. Keir Starmer, get a grip. The British public want action, not words, because that's all you've got. And they're not very strong words. You're weak. You're a weak, weak man. I can't wait for the court cases about the Ukrainians. I want to know what's going on there. Of course, you use that as an excuse. I don't want a prime minister who doesn't write his own speeches or read them. I don't want a prime minister like that. I want a prime minister who puts Britain first. I want him to have Britain, Great Britain, written through his body like a stick of Blackpool rock. We snapped you in half, it'd be all the stars of the EU. You're a pathetic specimen. And we've got to get rid of you. John Godley says, great show. Thanks. Well, thank you, John. Tell all your friends. Starmer is a disaster for this country, says Marie Callow. A traitor to the people. And Macron worked him like a sponge, like a puppet, he did. The writing was on the wall for the UK when we witnessed Starmer taking the knee and bending to Black Lives Matter. What a good point. What a good point. Don't forget Angela Rainey did it as well. He is a lame duck. And remember BLM? They turned out to be basically a criminal organization defending a rapist. Is it because I is black? It certainly is it because I is white that I don't get any advantages anymore in Britain. We talked about this the other day. Right, I'm finished. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Oh no, it's Friday. I won't be back tomorrow at 6:30. I might try and do one during the day because in the evening I'm in the pub on a Friday. It's the one night when I go out with my mates. Thank you for joining in today. If you have enjoyed it, tell all your mates, send them the links. And when I put the replay up in a minute, make sure you tweet or Facebook it out for me. That's the best thing you can do. Make sure you join John Gaunt TV on YouTube. Subscribe to it. That is completely free. And then what happens is you get every single show. You get notified when I'm going to do one, so you won't miss one. But check out John Gaunt TV because all the podcasts there, all the videos, everything. I love this from Chopper MK50. He says, Lammy for PM. It'll be free Jaffa cakes all round. You're right. Terry Wheatley says, great to hear from you. Well, it's great that you've joined in, Terry. Thank you very much. Tell all your friends. I'm here Monday to Thursday, excuse me, at 6:30 most days. Yesterday I did it a bit earlier. If you missed yesterday's show, try and have a look at that as well. I thought it was particularly good. You might think it was rubbish, but I did it at a different time. So please have a watch out for that as well. So until we speak again, feel free if you want to send me a $5 or $2, www.buymeacoffee.com/John Gaunt, or donate by pressing the little dollar sign here. I've got hiccups, did you see? Right, I'm off for my tea. I'll speak to you definitely tomorrow sometime and definitely over the weekend. We normally do a show on a Sunday afternoon as well. Keep an ear out for me until we meet again. If you've got kids, give them a kiss, give them a hug. Hey, don't forget to tell them you love them. See ya.